Hello guys, Spiros here, and today I'm gonna show you some incredible techniques to build some of the most effective weapons in a survival situation. Stay tuned. Number 1. The first and probably the most easy and effective weapon of all the ones I'm gonna teach you is the spear. There are two different ways you can make an efficient spear, but the most common is to sharpen a thick but long branch of a tree that has been fallen from the tree, so it's dry and easier to work with. First, you wanna take a knife, and don't tell me you don't have a fucking knife with you, okay? And sharpen the edge until it's very sharp. But look closely, because you don't want to make any sudden moves. Take your time. This is the minority of the tasks you need to take your time in a survival situation. The thing you actually want to look for is when you pick in the branch, the weight. You don't want something that if you thrust in a rock or a hard tree to crack open. You want something stable enough to can penetrate through skin and flesh. The second way you can make a spear is a bit more complicated. You will need a small but sharp rock and a stick, and if you have a very thin rope, or you can make your own rope that is better than the factory-made one. If you can cut first an animal with your first spear you made, and then take the tendon behind the leg and wrap around the rock and the stick, so when it's dried, it's very stable. Even enough stable, you can bash it against rocks for hours and it will not cut off. The next thing you can make is a butt. A butt is a bit not so difficult to make, but to handle. Because you want to whack your enemy down and make him unconscious instead of killing him. And then after he's passed out, you can kill him. To make a butt, simply take a very thick branch, but very short. You want to be as your thigh. Instead of making a point, like a spear, you want to make something like a climax point on the other side that goes from the one side to the other. That will make a good handle, so the butt, while you using it, will not fly off your hands, or because you have grind it down, you will not have splinters in your hands after using it. For my third weapon, I've chosen an axe. An axe can not only be used as a weapon, but it can also be used as a tool for chopping down trees, maybe branches, not so sure about trees, but it can also kill. That's the main part you need. So, for you to make your own axe, you need a stick, a bit thick, but not like a bat or a spear, and you want to look for one of the sides have branches split like a slingshot. Then you want to take a pointy rock that's very thin in one side and very widespread, and put it between the two branches that they split. Then you want to take or a thin rope like the spear or a tendon and wrap it around. Tendon, as I talked about before, is better when dried, but you don't want to be dried and then wrap the rock. You want, while it's moist, to wrap the rock and then dry it for better grip. Now, the last two things you can make are a bit on the same level of difficulty handling and making. The first I'm going to talk about is a mace. A mace is a medieval weapon used by knights to crack open armor. Is that stick with a chain and a big ball of aluminum or iron at the end. This is a bit more difficult to swing because it's like a bat, but at the same time it can fire back. If you don't swing right and miss the target, you can have a giant rock in your face. That's very bad, as you know, common sense. Okay, to make a mace, you need a stick, very short stick. You need to be sturdy, but not too thick, so you can handle it with one hand. Two hands, you can handle a mace, like a bat. Then you take a thin rope again, or a tendon, and you wrap on the one side, and then wrap a large 2-inch, 3-inch diameter max rock. So if you hit yourself, you won't feel anything, but if you hit your target, it will be unconscious in some hits, 2 or 3. The right way to swing a mace is not like you would think, like a sword if you want to chop open something. You need to take it to the side, slowly rotating and then hitting, and be aware of the rock, where the rock position is at any time. If you swing like I showed you, the rock will be right in your left if you swing with the right, under your hand. No, there is no danger in that. But if you swing like you swing a sword from up to down, then you will hit your thighs or your legs. The last thing I want to talk about is a bow. The bow is very dangerous when handling with people or when you are solo. Or it's very hard to make because you want to make not the bow only, but the arrows. The arrows kill, not the bow. To make a bow, you preferably need a bamboo. Think about 2 feet, 3 feet, it will be okay. But the point you want to pay attention is bamboo have many splinters. It's easy for you to get injured. So you want, when cutting it in half vertically, from the upside down, then you need to be very careful, poking 2 holes in each side, one on the top side, one on the bottom side. This will make it easier for you to make a knot when you are actually putting the string through. For the string, you can put a thin rope, but it wouldn't be so elastic. A paracord might be perfect for this job, but it's a better solution, a bit more harder to find, the animal tender. Oh, as I said in the previous weapons, it's very hard to get, and it doesn't work for all animals. You need big animals, boars. Everything bigger than a rabbit is okay, a deer for example. Then you want to put the string from one side, one hole at the top, to the other hole, and then tie a square knot to secure it. Then you want to take the other end of the string, pull it through the downside holes. After you put the string through the holes, it would not look like a bow, because you want to pressurize it. Then to pressurize it, take the tendon or the rope and pull it until it makes an arc shape. Then tie another square knot and cut the axis. Lastly, for the arrows of the bow, you need to make a small spear with a thin branch, or a stick, for you to have a greater velocity. But you need to do a slight modification. In the back of the arrow, you need to find, if you can, bird feather. It would make the accuracy much more greater than that you have without it. Thank you guys for watching.
Okay guys, thanks for watching. Please share, like it and subscribe for more videos.
And see you at the next video.
Bye bye.
Fuck you!